Good afternoon. Keep doing what you're doing, and welcome to the groundbreaking ceremonies for the town of Upper Marlboro's Town Hall edition. I'd like to welcome Senator Miller, Representative Valerio, Representative Holmes, and we have some other dignitaries that are coming also. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the previous site of the Marlboro Community Memorial Town Pool. And the people at this end are in the deep end, okay? So be very careful. It does not sink. We've gone in great extents to make sure that DPI knows we're in good shape. This project started several years ago under the tenure of then President Steve Sonnet. Steve was president for 8 years, 2008 through 16, and then he passed the baton to me. I've been fumbling along for the last 18 months. The town board attempted initially a design-build process several years ago and found out it was not cost-effective, so it morphed into the current amalgam of a town, team, and engineer team effort. I'd like to recognize people here who have made what we've accomplished so far, where we got our permit approved today. Starts with Ben Robertson in RDA, our civil engineer, our expediter from CB3, Christina Izar, who went through the maze and went through all that difficult coordination for the last several months, spending hours a day with people who otherwise we'd still be waiting on a return of serve. Our town engineer is Fran McClellan, and Fran has the ability to translate things in terms that somebody like myself can understand. Our architect Nicola Hain is primarily responsible for what will be an attractively designed and a highly functional building, and Nicola's back there. She's done a great job. The current structure that you see behind me, at one time, to give you a little history, was an open roof community pool house for the town pool. The pool was closed in 1977. It was a World War II war memorial for members of the town of Upper Marlboro who had passed away in that great conflict. The town took over ownership in 1983. It was converted in the late 1980s to the current town hall. And now, after 18 months, we're ready to start the actual shovel in the ground process. And as I mentioned earlier, a long time had come, and we did get the permit this afternoon, so thank God for that. And thanks for all the people I've mentioned. What will this offer the citizens of our town? It'll offer a larger, ADA-compliant, energy-efficient design for the town employees and the visitors. Proper accommodations for additional future community events and activities. We want with the thought that if you build it, they will come. Communications upgrades, broadcasting capabilities, and a new inter-office phone system, which we're looking forward to hooking up with the county iNet system. Which has been another long process in coming, but will really enhance our capabilities here. A more efficient police department with secure operations and storage capabilities. Currently, we have a room that is used, it's not as secure as it should be. Our current police officers do not have access to the National Crime Center information, nor to the Maryland Electronic Telecommunications Enforcement Resources, acronym METERS. The new facility will have that capability, so our people won't have to leave the town, go to another police facility in order to get that information. It'll be an efficient workspace for our daily administration, provide additional meeting rooms and for activities for the commissioners and for additional working groups. Much needed storage space. If you ever come in here, you'll find out we have a semi-warehouse for our town archives and emergency preparedness operations, security features for public areas, service windows, cameras, and a double entry portico. So, without further ado, I'd like to offer the stage to Mr. Jim Coleman, who's the president of the Economic Development Corporation for the county, and he's going to give us a look at the big picture and how our operations fits in with what the county's offering. Jim?
Thank you very much, Mr. Okay. Thank you so much, President Story. It is a pleasure to be here. On behalf of the Economic Development Corporation of Prince George's County, we are just excited about Upper Marlboro. It's an honor to be here on this very special occasion to be able to celebrate this incredible project that we have here. And we're here to celebrate Upper Marlboro's past. We're here to also discuss and to be excited and to preserve its rich history and to shout out about its bright future. I'd like to thank President Jim Sorey for his kind invitation of inviting us out here today. I've got my team. Lori Valentine is our General Counsel of the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation, and Josh leads up our digital media, and so I'm glad that they were also able to attend. I'd also like to thank and to also acknowledge the great work of two other council members as well as commissioners here, Ms. Nancy Claggett, who is the treasurer and also our commissioner. Nancy, you raise your hand, and thank you so much for your wonderful work on this wonderful project. And I'd also like to thank Ms. Linda Penoyer, who's also one of our commissioners here in Upper Marlboro. Linda, there you are. Thank you so much for your incredible, great work in this wonderful community. I'd also like to take this time real briefly just to acknowledge County Executive Baker. He is on the way, but as you know, Prince George's County is literally on fire. We are rocking. Our growth is there. We've got incredible efforts right now that are out there to continue this great momentum. But right now, our median household income is up about $5,000 versus prior year. Housing prices in our county are up 14%. We opened up a brand new hotel and casino down in National Harbor with 3,600 new jobs for our residents. They're jobs that are $50,000 each and more, and that translates into about $180 million more in total income for our working families here in Prince George's County. A lot of this was caused because of County Executive Baker's tipping points, of which I like to talk about throughout the county, which is the first thing is that he's instilled integrity as well as confidence in the market, in the business community. He streamlined our permitting process. On top of that, he launched a transforming neighborhood initiative that has reduced crime in our county by more than 65%. He launched an economic development incentive fund, which is $50 million that he pulled out of the rainy day fund during a very difficult time when we had a $100 million deficit. He was able to convince the county council to allow us to use that tool to be able to go out, and we've brought on together about 38 different jobs, and we've attracted over $1 billion in private investment. So I like to say that everything that should be up in Prince George's County is up, and everything that should be down is down. On top of these great results, I'd also like to thank these wonderful giants that are standing beside me. First of all, with President Miller. He's the leader and president of our Senate in the state of Maryland. Let's give him a round of applause. He is a giant, and we appreciate all that he's done. We also want to thank Congressman Anthony Brown. I don't know if he's got a representative here, but he's doing a great job for Maryland. Senate Majority Leader Doug Peters is here. Thank you, Mr. Peters, for being here. He used to also be a board member on the Prince George's County Economic Development Corporation. We appreciate all of his commitment to the EDC as well as all the great things that he's doing also for the state of Maryland. We also have Delegate Marvin Holmes here. We want to thank him for his great work. Delegate Joseph Valario, thank you, Mr. Delegate. And we also have Delegate Susie Proctor. I hope she's got a representative here, but we want to thank her also for her wonderful work. In his farewell speech as president, President Ronald Reagan spoke of a shining city up on a hill. He said in that speech that the shining city up on a hill was a tall, proud city built on rocks stronger than oceans, windswept, God-blessed, and teeming with people of all kinds, living in harmony and peace, and a city where free ports that hummed with commerce and creativity. That's what President Reagan thought of and what he thought when he thought of America, but that's also how we think of Upper Marlboro today, as well as in its bright future. The beautiful story of Upper Marlboro started in 1695, when the land for Upper Marlboro was settled. Once a port town, Upper Marlboro is on the western branch of the Patuxent River. Upper Marlboro became the county seat of Prince George's County in 1721. Upper Marlboro is the birthplace of John Carroll, the first Catholic archbishop in America and the founder of Georgetown University. Upper Marlboro is the home of the late Lansdale Sasser, who served Maryland both in the state Senate from 1922 to 1938, as well as a United States Congressman from 1939 to 1953. Today, history is recalling this very spot where we stand, where I'm standing right now and where we all are. This space where we stand wasn't always a town hall. This structure was built to be an open-roof community pool house back in the 1940s. It was vacant from 1970 all the way up through the 1980s, when it was then converted to a town hall. This is also the Marlboro Community War Memorial, a living memorial in respect for those who served our country and our county during World War II. God bless them all for serving our incredible country and our county. Today we are witnessing a renaissance here in Upper Marlboro. Upper Marlboro is becoming the new shining city upon a hill. With the new great work and collaboration of President Story, as well as our board of town commissioners, Upper Marlboro now has a bright, bright future. Their hard work over the last 5 years led us here today to this incredible groundbreaking that we are about to have and celebrate. Because of their vision, Main Street Upper Marlboro is now part of the Sustainable Communities Matrix and is getting a facelift. Thank goodness for the support of President Miller and all of his colleagues in the legislature, as well as the executive branch, in getting that support from the state of Maryland. The town awarded this new construction project to Shy-Bull Construction, and it's expected to be completed in January of 2018. This project will bring new energy to Upper Marlboro, including a larger town board and community meeting room, enhanced accommodations for community events and activities. I can't wait to have a Thursday here, Lori. All of the new restrooms that are going to be built here and built out, the break rooms are all going to be ADA compliant. All of the communications and broadcasting capabilities will be upgraded so that we have instant access and full disclosure for all the things that are going on in our government here. A vast display for town historic artifacts and artist exhibits will be installed. Through the green design, the facility will be more energy efficient. We will also have a more efficient facility for our police department. We'll also have a more efficient space for all of our administrative operations. So there are a lot of great things that are going to come out of this wonderful project, but it wouldn't have happened with the great leadership. So I want to kind of wrap this up by saying this new facility will create a new shine for Upper Marlboro, as it is the shining city up on a hill. The future of the town of Marlboro is bright and shiny. Let's give it up again for Upper Marlboro's finest for their can-do spirit and their commitment to this incredible town. Mr. James Story, again, let's give it up for him one more time. Thank you, President Story. Thank you again, Ms. Nancy Claggett. And thank you again for Mrs. Linda Panora for your great work in getting us here today. God bless Upper Marlboro. God bless this county called Prince George's County. God bless the state of Maryland, and God bless America. Thank you all so much.
Good job. Thanks so much. That's a great job. Great job, Jim. And just a few closing remarks, Nancy Claggett.
Thank you for coming this evening to help us celebrate this wonderful, important occasion in the history of Upper Marlboro. The proposed addition to our existing structure has been at least 7 years in the process. There's been jubilation, despair, heated discussion among town residents, but here we are on the cusp of the building phase finally. This could not have been possible, however, without the assistance of highly professional contractors, in particular Ben Robertson, Fran McClellan, Christine Iser, and Nicola Hain. My specific thanks, however, is offered to President Jim Story, whose dedication, perseverance, and endless hours on the phone and internet has brought us to the completion of the design and permit phase of this project. The vision of President Story and former President Steve Sonnet has been a strong influence to move this project finally forward. Thank you for all your support.
We're very pleased to have this expansion of the town hall and all the work that they're doing in Upper Marlboro. This is great. It is a county seat. It will always be the county seat. There you go. So we're very happy about it and glad to be a part of it. God bless. There you go.
We're going to take a couple of you guys just looking up at me here, and we're going to go on 3, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to hold that spot for a second. 1, 2, and 3. Got it, Bill?
Yes, sir.
All right, last one. 1, 2. We're looking this way for me. 1, 2, and 3. Let's throw some dirt, guys. Everyone take a shovel full of dirt. And I'm going to give you a count here. Everyone pick up a shovel of dirt. Everyone pick up the dirt. Everyone pick up a shovel of dirt. All right. Here we go. On 3, everyone. 1, 2, and 3. Do it one more time, guys. All right, guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3.
All right.
All right, up on Marlboro.
All right, Upper Marlboro. Great job. Very pleased.
I did it, yep.